There's something no one really prepares you for, and it's not the crisis, it's not the chaos, and it's not even the survival mode itself. It's what happens after things calm down when you don't. For a long time, my life ran on urgency. There was always something that needed attention, something that couldn't wait, something that required focus right now. And when that's true, your body learns that rhythm. Stay alert, stay ready, stay ahead of the next thing. That rhythm made sense at the time. It kept things moving, it kept people safe, it kept life functioning. But no one tells you what happens when that volume turns down, when the emergencies aren't constant, when the pace slows, at least on the outside. Because here's the strange part. When things finally calm down, you expect relief. You expect your body to just exhale. You expect to feel lighter. And when that doesn't happen, it can be really confusing, even unsettling. I remember thinking, why don't I feel better yet? Nothing was actively wrong, but nothing felt settled either. The best way that I can describe it is like this. My life looked calmer, but I didn't feel safe enough to relax inside of it. I think that's because survival mode doesn't turn off just because circumstances change. It kind of lingers quietly. For years, I had trained myself to be ready, ready to respond, ready to adjust, ready to handle whatever came next. And readiness became my default state. So when things slowed, my body didn't register it as safety, it registered it as uncertainty. I didn't miss the chaos, but I didn't trust the calm either. There were moments when I could sit down, really just sit down and relax and feel so uncomfortable. Not bored, but just uncomfortable. My mind would start scanning. What am I forgetting? What's going to come next? What's about to change? Nothing was happening, but I was still braced. That's the part people don't always understand. You'll say things like, at least things are better now, or you can finally relax. And logically, they're right, but your nervous system doesn't run on logic. It runs on patterns. And my pattern had been urgency for a very long time. I wasn't anxious in a dramatic way. I wasn't panicked. I was just always ready, all the time. Readiness became my comfort zone. Even though it was exhausting, I also noticed something else. When things calmed down, I didn't suddenly know what to do with myself. For years, my sense of purpose had been tied to responding, fixing, managing, handling. When that demand eased, it left a space. And space can feel really unfamiliar when you're not used to having it. I didn't know how to rest without feeling guilty. I didn't know how to enjoy quiet without waiting for it to end. I didn't know how to trust that calm wouldn't be taken. That doesn't mean I wanted the chaos back. It means my system hadn't learned a new way to begin yet. This is something I wish people talked more about because a lot of us assume that once that hard part is over, the rest should just be easy. But survival mode teaches you how to endure. It doesn't teach you how to settle. I didn't realize how much my identity had been built around urgency until urgency wasn't required anymore. For a long time, I measured my days by how much I got done, how much I handled, how much I kept running. When the pace slowed, that metric stopped working, and without it, I felt detached. I wasn't failing, I hadn't learned how to live in a different gear yet. There were moments where calm felt suspicious, where moments where peace felt temporary, and moments where I thought I should be grateful right now. and then felt guilty for not feeling grateful enough. That guilt didn't help. I just added another layer of pressure on myself. Eventually, I started noticing something important. I wasn't broken. I wasn't ungrateful. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was adjusting and adjusting. Takes time, especially when your body and your mind have been shaped for years for readiness. Still living well isn't about flipping a switch. It's about learning how to stand down slowly. For me, that looked like small things. Letting myself sit without doing anything productive, not rushing to fill every quiet moment, not immediately reacting to every sense of unease, not trying to force calm, just allowing it to exist, even if it felt unfamiliar. I had to learn that calm doesn't mean danger is coming, and quiet doesn't mean something is missing. Those realizations didn't arrive all at once. They came gradually in noticing how my body reacted and choosing not to judge it. If you've lived in survival mode for a long time, it makes sense if calm feels strange. It makes sense if rest feels unsafe. It makes sense if you don't immediately know who you are without urgency. That doesn't mean you're stuck. It means you're in transition. Still living well doesn't mean rushing yourself into peace. It means giving yourself permission to adjust. You don't have to be over it. You don't have to feel grateful on a schedule. You don't have to perform healing. You're allowed to take time learning how to live without bracing yourself. When things calm down, but you don't, it doesn't mean something is wrong. It means your system is catching up to your life. And that just takes time. Still living well isn't about forcing calm. It's about learning how to trust it one moment at a time. How do you still live well from here when your life has slowed, but your body hasn't yet? That's where this chapter leaves us.